In this video, I want to cover going around the buoys, and you can have a great start. You can be following that buoy line, beautiful tangent to the turn, and then all of a sudden you're kind of skeptical about getting around that buoy, and the people that were right next to you or the one that you were drafting behind is now lost. So there are a few obvious problems too that I just presented. Also, if I lose track of the draft, then there's the energy cost of coming back in. Secondly, a lot of people that miss that tangent are coming to a dead stop because the buoy stops them. So now they have to meander around. Other people are cutting the tangent, and I've seen people lose 15 to 30 meters on one buoy turn because they're not paying attention, setting up their line going in. So the solutions on this seem pretty simplistic, but I'm going to share some ideas with you. You need to practice this before race day, and the simulation of this can be done in open water. It can also be done in your pool, pull out one lane line. So here are the solutions to getting around the buoys quickly. Number one, take the tangent. If you're in the lead, you've got someone right next to you, but you have a half a stroke on them. That's your prerogative. You're going to take that tangent right to the apex of that buoy to make sure that you have the direct line. And I've seen this happen many, many times. The person next to you, they recognize that you're coming in, you have the right of way, they stop, their feet drop down, and I've seen 15 to 30 meters lost on one buoy turn because someone wasn't paying attention. So if you lose that position and you realize that you're on the inside, then you have to make a quick decision. Can I accelerate, get back on that draft, and then regain my position and be ready for the next turn? And it can be a split decision. It may take 15 to 20 seconds to close that gap. You've done this before, but now you're ready for the next buoy. Lastly, as you're coming into that buoy, there's some cool techniques that will really expedite that turn. If you're doing anything greater than 90 degrees, in other words, let's say it's a 270, you're almost coming around the buoy and heading back, you can do a corkscrew type of turn. And this is rotating from stomach to back to stomach, and you're not having to torque your spine in doing this, which really slows you down. And you'll feel a huge, huge, huge load when you're doing this. Lastly, as you're going into the buoy, as best you can, try not to break your stroke, but you may find a shorter, quicker stroke as you immediately get around it will expedite that turn. So the solutions on this are pretty simple. Really start off with a direct tangent, and then you're going to set yourself up for a fabulous buoy turn. Okay, I hope that helps you really feel confident as you're coming into the buoys, what your tactical approach is, and how you're actually going to gain time on those buoys, because that's a real secret. You can actually gain time with a beautiful tangent, coming with a quick acceleration possibly into the turn, a little bit out, and if your nemesis is right there, you've now ditched them.